Hey, it's Jay. This is gonna be one of my first videos in a while, and I have an intuitive feeling that this is the right time, and this is just the right time for me to just express, share my experiences with life, and um, along the way, if that helps people, that's great. If not, this is just my way of expression and this creative urge to express myself. And I want to start off by talking about porn addiction and how I recovered from it. Well, this is probably one of the most challenging things that one can recover, especially if it's a man. And I don't, I never really connected with this pushing away or trying to get rid of it or um, whatever other methods that there are that focus on willpower. For me, the journey has been to look at this addiction with a non-judgmental lens. And what do I mean by that? It means to go into it with curiosity, to be curious of what's actually happening rather than shit, I watched porn again. I'm a piece of shit. This is happening for years. I feel like shit now. So rather than going into that mode, or even if you're in that mode, to watch what's happening. So for me, it took me a good decade. I mean, I've been doing it for since I was little, and I'm 7 months in on semen retention, and I wasn't planning on recovering from it. It just happened because I was building up this sense of curiosity rather than trying to get rid of it. So one day I just got up and I was like, okay, this is what's happening, and I feel like I don't have to do anything about it. So how did I get to that? That's the spot where one can completely relieve themselves of this urge to look at porn, is to get to the stage of I don't have to do anything about it. And that doing something about it is that urge, that feeling underneath that I was running away from, this sense of I gotta do something with this energy that's being built up, or a sense of loneliness, or this feeling that I want to get rid of. So I was turning towards porn. So the sense of curiosity is to look at, okay, all I'm doing is I'm innocently trying to get away from this feeling, or try to get rid of this urge, this energy build up that I want to just relieve myself of. So the first stage would be to just look at all of this happening. It might be something different for you, so you got to get curious to know what's actually happening in your experience. It might be something else. It might, for me, it was always about trying to get rid of this energy buildup or alleviating myself of feeling loneliness. So I think for about a year, I was just looking at, I was just looking at myself, how I deal with this sense of energy buildup or this loneliness, and I was trying to channel that energy by looking at porn. So I was really curious. I was building up my skill of just looking for a year, good year, before I could say one day, magically. I don't have to do anything about this build-up. So that's my sharing for today, is just be curious of what's actually happening and see where it goes, and don't put an end date on trying to get to the day where you completely get rid of this addiction. It can be any years down the line, but that curiosity can start right now. And when you feel like shit, when you feel like shit, allow those feelings to happen when you look at porn. So it's definitely a tricky journey, but I feel like this is probably the most loving journey that you can take. This really helps with all aspects of life, is this curious looking.